So welcome everybody to the Gloucester Clean Energy Commission on March 19th, 2025. We have for attendees, Sarah Shepkus, Candace Wheeler, Linda Brayton, and Sam Cleaves, and Bailey McCall is here as our sustainability coordinator. Sustaining us as always.
And doing it really well.
Great. Let's see. I think that we can begin, we're gonna call the meeting to order. I think we've done the introduction, the attendance of CEC members. Next order of business is the approval of draft February 2025 meeting minutes, and Candace has indicated that those will be along shortly. We'll deal
Yes.
with them in April.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
That'd be great
You bet. Thanks for coming.
to be here.
Along those lines, would somebody be willing to take minutes for this meeting?
If I volunteer, it just means that they'll be in back of the ones from last meeting.
Sure, they should be pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
I think we have a
Okay.
lot, but you never know. Candace. April. Take. Thanks. So, new business and you may have noticed the template is a little bit different. This is something the city handed to us. Everybody's using this template now for the hybrid meetings, so it had nothing to do with my lack of creativity here. So, new business. Bailey, would you like to start us off with the staff report on updates?
Yeah, I'll start with the bad news first. The EV bus project has been canceled due to financial reasons. Our grant with Highland wouldn't even cover half of the cost of the planned bus fleet. Unfortunately, at this time, financially, the schools and the city can't pursue electrifying their bus fleet.
Did they consider a partial fleet? In other words, you don't have to go 100% all at once?
They did. There were issues with that. For a few reasons. That is what I will say.
Yes.
Thanks, Billy. It's disappointing.
Yep.
I think some question all along as to if there was a split contract between actual purchase and then maintenance, right?
That was an issue at first.
Yeah.
And then Governor Healy signed in the clean energy law or package of laws in November, and that consolidated the infrastructure and buses themselves from being two separate bids into one. So that cleared up one issue. And of course, it all comes down to money at the end of the day.
Sure. Okay. Well, thanks for letting us
So
know.
just to clarify, did we lose any money or did we just have big dreams and then discover the money that we had wasn't gonna cover it?
Discovered the money we had wouldn't cover it.
As is apt to happen sometimes.
Yes.
That does happen for sure.
And unfortunately, not that we sat on this grant for a long time, but the longer you sit on a grant, especially with EV technology and how rapidly it changes, its prices are always subject to change.
Yeah.
I think that the tenuous nature of any EPA grant right now makes it very hard to proceed with anything.
We've gotten further and then been disappointed.
Yep.
That's true. It honestly could be a silver lining, look at it that way, maybe, than to have invested and not receive.
I've been at that place too. Ask me about the old library that we were gonna have 20 years ago. The city decided not to make the match. It's like, I was the grant writer for it.
What's
I
next?
digress.
The West Gloucester Water Treatment Plant, the new roof has to be installed, of course, to prepare for solar. That is being prepared. It's out to bid right now. So once the new roof is in place, we'll be able to install the solar panels. It'll be nice and secure. So that project is moving along. It's out of the contract phase, or the contract between the grantor and the grantee, being Gloucester. So it is moving along.
And who is the grantor grant this time? Is that an EPA thing?
No, I forgot who gave it to us. So I want to say it's a state agency.
What's the timeline on that all?
Unsure. We expected to have a contractor for the roof already, but I believe due to some terms in the contract between us and the grantor, we had to change contractor. So that's why it's back out to bid. So
Okay.
I know the roof will have to be installed before fall if we
Okay.
want to complete that portion this year.
Okay, next item.
The geothermal feasibility study, final comments from the city are being sent in on the 28th of March for the writer CHA to apply those final edits and comments and integrate them into the plan. We've identified a potential funding source for borehole drilling. Borehole test drilling, I should say. Nothing's gonna be in the ground yet. It is a tight turnaround for that funding. We're going for it. We're gonna try our best to meet the deadline. But there's potential to continue this project almost immediately. Which is great because I wasn't sure how long we'd sit on the feasibility study. But it seems like we can just keep chugging along at this rate.
So is test boreholes the next step when the,
Just based on a feasibility study, they can't guarantee any borehole won't flood.
Yeah.
Like
in Lowell?
right. And they can't even guarantee it's drillable. They can estimate based on the geology.
Okay.
At the end of the day, every site's a little different. But yeah, so we're looking to continue expanding the feasibility study. We'd like to have it published. I'm hoping May at the latest. I'm excited to have that out. The city's also working to apply for the Green Communities Competitive Grant and the Municipal Vulnerability Preparedness Grant. Both are due on April 4th.
So it was called the Green Communities, what grant?
Competitive grant.
Competitive Grant.
Climate leaders.
No,
No.
not yet.
So, Green Communities Competitive Grant and the Municipal Vulnerability Grant.
What are they going to go for? I mean, what's the topic?
Green Communities, we're gonna be working on retrofitting the municipal building. There are some other smaller items I'm still working the logistics out for. I've been told every year putting out a received grant from the state, they take a bit longer every year. So I have to be careful what I promise to give people based on when the contract will be out. So I'm doing a lot of logistics right now for other smaller projects, but for sure there will be a retrofitting, ideally of City Hall.
Okay, great.
And then the Municipal Vulnerability Grant, what is the topic of that one?
Most likely culvert replacements.
Local? You know where?
I'm not allowed to say. I don't know if that's because we haven't.
I
applied for it.
noticed that Division of Ecological Restoration is doing a lot of work. The Mass Division is doing a lot of work and they're offering culvert replacement workshops right about now. But that's neither here nor there. And they're. Do you happen to know where with they're considering?
Mhm. you'd be able to see on the NOAA website anyways. Based on proposals for the Gloucester Gaslight remediation project, we took proposals from there. We're looking at the Hart Street culvert that
Yeah.
connects to the Great Salt Marsh.
Yeah.
As well as Witham Street by City
Yeah.
Hall Annex.
Down at the,
Oh,
up top.
Oh, yeah, up at the
That's-
top of, yeah. 'cause the
is that
bottom-
pond when it crosses the street?
Yes.
Okay. Got it.
City
Um,
Hall Annex with the stream that runs down. Oh, the bridge crossing. No, further up, City Hall Annex.
So we're looking to replace those with the action grant. It'll just be a feasibility and design study. And then based on hopefully what we receive from there, we can work on going for a construction grant down the line.
Writing that, the MVP projects.
Can we go back to the City Hall retrofit for a sec?
Oh, yeah.
What would be big retrofitters, like insulation, weatherization,
Insulation.
heat pumps?
Inflation weatherization.
Okay,
City Hall does have, I believe, 2 heat
I was
pumps.
I was then going to ask how we even heat City Hall right now.
It is a
There's some
oil
trolls.
to gas. and
My
oil-
brother-in-law works in the basement of City Hall. Wait, that's public record now.
Yeah, sorry. Didn't mean that.
I'd say it to
Okay.
us, we're good.
City,
Insulation and weatherization.
Yep. and City Hall is currently heated by an oil to gas converter or boiler and 2 heat pumps in a small area of City Hall. Utilities of City Hall, due to its age, can't fully at this time go heat pump
Uh-huh.
regulated. That would include
Okay.
a overhaul of the circuits.
But
You can't
And,
go all heat pump because of.
Yeah,
electric
it'd need to go
limitations.
200 amps. That would be expensive at City Hall.
and if we do the building code, it'll be 400 amps.
Glad I got mine in when it was good.
And the last thing would be shamelessly promoting my upcoming April 6th recycling and sustainability drive. It'll be from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Navy Middle School. It'll be free to attend, Town Green, Cape Ann Climate Change, 400 trees, Black Earth Compost and other vendors will be there tabling. With the,
Sunday.
yes, with the main portion of the event featuring green team junk removal. And based on a fee, our residents can recycle hard to recycle items like mattresses, gaming consoles,
I'm very excited
textiles,
about this.
Me
furniture.
too.
I
I've
have-
got an old dehumidifier.
I have a series of all sorts of old things in my office.
Nice.
And I'm like, what am I gonna get rid of? How am I gonna?
Not yet.
Yeah, I'll
I'm
see
gonna
you
order
down
I saw
tomorrow.
it someplace,
Yeah.
maybe just on these channels.
And also residents receive a $30 rebate for recycling their dehumidifier through green team junk removal.
Throw that on my electric bill.
Chink.
Right.
Nice.
Okay, thank you so much. That's a great update.
I'm excited about this recycling day too.
Yeah.
Great.
Right,
Yeah,
I read it and went.
I'll
"Oh,
need to
that's nice."
rent a
And it's like,
book.
whoa.
Is this going to be where will this be advertised online or promoted online for us to share and signal
Yeah,
boost?
postcards. Right.
So residents, all residents of Gloucester are gonna get a physical postcard
Okay.
from the city and Green Team Junk with all the information on fees for recycling and what vendors will be there. It's free to attend. You don't have to recycle anything to join us. Like I'll be there with Linda Stout, just talking about what's going on in the city. Sam will probably be there talking about Clean Energy Commission
dehumidifier.
and with your dehumidifier.
Mine's old, but it still works.
Yeah,
Lost my train of.
yeah.
Online promotion.
Oh, yeah, it'll probably go on the Facebook. I'll try to get it on the public calendar, so residents are aware what's going on. I'm not sure what other big social media platforms the city, uses. We don't
Okay.
really use
What
Instagram.
Facebook account are we? Did our Facebook account change recently or something? Maybe I could have
City
just
of Gloucester.
had
It's
just
not-
the plain city of Gloucester, not like,
It's not
not-
Innovate Gloucester.
that's what I was thinking.
Innovate
of, yes.
Gloucester is being phased out.
Okay.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I found it impossible to find things.
It was
in Innovate
confusing.
Gloucester.
Yeah.
City of Gloucester is just,
The branding just made
Everything.
things
Was that a
confusing.
Facebook page,
Mm.
Innovate Cluster?
It's
It was
no
the,
long,
it was the community development Facebook page. And now it's.
But it
put
had
right
that
under the city.
branding that made it a little confusing what it really was and what actually fell under it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
yes, that's what I was thinking.
Very good.
So just City of Gloucester,
had
got it.
confused with the middle school. Like, what's that?
oh, the
Oh,
innovation.
yeah.
Yeah.
see.
Do you
Oh,
want
yeah.
to talk about the April 23rd workshop?
Yeah, we're hoping to get the flyer out to residents next week. From 6:30 to 8 o'clock at the Greater Cape Ann Chamber. Is that?
Yes.
There'll be a workshop solely for landlords to learn about how they can insulate, weatherize their units for their residents. It'll save utility bills. It'll make residents more comfortable. And all about the cost savings of these free services through Mass Saves, Homeworks Energy. It's hybrid. People can attend in person for free. They can attend virtually for free. Yeah, we're hoping.
Cool. And this is, again, it is going to be on the Facebook page for the city and what else?
They'll get the physical mailer. We'll promote it online on Facebook. And then on the city website.
I recall, it was, Linda, I think you were there. There was National Grid did a they were promoting. Was it heat pumps for multifamily? A couple years ago. There was some National Grid, maybe it was Mass Save. Remember that workshop? Gemma was running it like 2-3 years ago.
I'm sure I was there, but God help me.
Probably part of the Energy Fair, and I'm just muddling it up. Physical mailer website, Facebook. Okay, great.
Beats me.
And on the workshop at the Greater Cape Ann Chamber, is that a specific address? I just don't know where they meet.
It's on Commercial Street,
Commercial Street. Okay.
down next to, a couple doors down from the hotel.
So you said a workshop solely for landlords, so that's the only people that would actually go. Okay,
Yes.
so if somebody comes in on the hybrid, they don't belong there, or you just,
Mm.
or they don't want to be there, or how does that work?
Could one of us tune in if we wanted to?
Or
Yeah,
anybody,
it'll be
whether
a
it's
free
being-
link on the city calendar, so anyone could join, but the content itself is gonna be geared towards
You're
landlords.
just really bored if you're not a landlord.
Really?
And it'll be various forms of energy efficiency and weatherization.
Yeah, and so there's different services that
The
landlords can
programs that
utilize.
help landlords do it, even though they're not the ones reaping the direct benefits of the lower utility bills.
All right, so, thank you, Bailey. And I think now we'll move on to a discussion by the board on our main project for the moment, climate leaders. Talking about that, and there is a grant that is available that Bailey's working on in terms of going after the decarb map, for the 2050 decarb map. That will be one of the required steps in order for us to apply. We had talked originally about maybe doing a fall sort of standalone project. And Bailey and I think we had a pretty good conversation. I think one of the things we talked about, at least for me, the things that came out of it, I want to talk to you guys, is to look at beginning that process with an Earth Day tabling to promote climate leaders and show what we do. To that end, we've got a couple of flyers put together. I'm planning on that's going to be at City Hall. I'm going to go down and support Bailey and her work and just show up to represent. So anybody is welcome to join us at 5 p.m. on Earth Day. That's the 22nd.
Of April.
Yep,
That's
of April, if you're around.
Tuesday.
Yep, come on down. Did you happen to speak to the mayor about whether he's going to go for the proclamation, which is one of the other steps to go after a climate leader? you happen to know if he's still going forward with that or any information?
He's excited by climate leaders.
Yeah.
I brought up net zero by 2050.
Yeah.
He was definitely open to committing the city
Okay.
to that.
Great.
I reread the CART plan. And it doesn't directly say that we are going net zero by 2050.
Yeah.
But there's language saying that we are aligned with the state's goals to be net zero by 2050.
Right.
Hmm.
So I want to talk to the DOER
Yeah.
about if that
It
counts.
certainly should.
It,
And what are you gonna say? We aren't gonna be aligned with the state? I mean, that doesn't,
right.
We're aligned,
I-
but we don't
I just
actually
didn't
intend to
know if
do
we-
it like that.
It sounds like we need official language.
Yeah, it does sound like
Like
that.
a
Language is a
It's-
little
It
weird.
sounds like a state check the box, like
Right.
send me a letter from the mayor that confirms what your plan says kind of thing.
In my past conversations with our region's representative for green communities, he asked if within the CART plan we commit to 2050. So it seems like a 50-50 of if it'll count or if they need like an official statement.
Yeah.
We mean net zero in municipal operations? Okay. Because like when Massachusetts says they want to be net zero by 2050, they mean like the whole state, not just state. So I wanted to make sure that,
Right, that's where the vagueness of that statement comes into play, I think.
yes. That's why. Make sure that I was right about what I thought we were
So we
saying.
don't.
Yeah, I-
Every household is net zero.
Yes, we don't have to like measure our transportation emissions
Yes.
and for all of our gas cars and.
Yeah, it's really encouraging to me at least that we have a mayor that is in support of our efforts and that he's willing to even show up and do this stuff. So maybe we'll have a proclamation.
When's the
And
next mayoral election? Later
and
this
it's an
year?
election year, yeah.
Yeah, it
This
is.
year?
Yeah, and there, he does have.
Just thinking timing in case he's not the mayor anymore after this year.
Mhm.
I'm just thinking timing in case he's not the mayor after this year anymore.
Yeah,
too late. We will have done it.
Yeah, good.
I mean, I think,
I sure hope we have. That's what I was
I
like,
think either candidate would be fine with this.
yeah, the other person, I think, will be supportive as well. The Lundberg. So that brings us to the other point. We had been talking about doing a standalone climate leaders piece in the fall. And we thought, why not make at least a part of it go with the energy fair, which is is pretty well known. We could still do people and speakers as part of the energy fair and we'd get I think a bigger audience and people are used to going. So seemed like a good idea.
And Linda Stout, I brought it up with her and she is more than happy to have us there.
That's great.
And I didn't
Yeah.
expect her to say no, of course,
Yeah,
but she was very excited by having a standalone Clean Energy Commission table.
yeah. And the cool thing is there's already a date. It's already set. I mean, we can be part of it. And if we need to do more, we can.
We've had this set up before
Right.
with
Yeah.
energy fairs where we just go into side rooms and there'd be a speaker, food, and,
Yeah,
I mean, it'd be bigger. That's good. Well, excited to do it again as well.
And I'll
So-
be able to join you guys,
so-
unlike last year.
So the Clean Energy Commission table would be focused on the climate leaders.
yeah, I think we would be there. I mean, the way I'm thinking about it, I still think it'd be nice to do a little carve out maybe as part of the agenda. To have somebody come in either from the state or from another town or a consultant that's dealt with it and talk about the climate leaders program, the challenges. We need to get this stuff out in front of people and just keep
Yeah.
repeating it and saying, this is important, this is what we're working on. And then take questions about it and just sort of get the ball rolling.
Yeah.
do we or the city have any presence at the farmer's market? I feel like I've seen some sort of clean energy something there, but I wasn't sure if it was municipal or some other
Gemma-
group.
Gemma and Linda used to table at the farmer's market.
Okay.
Didn't they cancel the farmer's market for one summer or something?
Yeah.
The farmer's market's been crazy, but it should be back at Burnham's again this year. It was
Oh, good.
last year and it should be again this year. I'm just, I feel like these numbers and things are compelling. I'm like, what can we do with a graphic? And then to your point about like hammering it home. If we have a good graphic that explains like what we
Yeah.
can get out of this,
Yeah.
then we can put it all over Facebook. We can make a big poster of it for tabling at the farmer's market. We can just really like make it a, don't you see? This is what we're getting
That's
if we do
yeah.
this. So anyone who is inclined to pay attention will definitely get the message.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And to
what's,
some degree, people who come to farmers
yeah, I just
market
have
are
some edits
inclined
to
that
make
way
based
anyway.
on-
So-
It's true. So just making sure that they know what's up so that they can support
yeah.
it.
Yes,
Get a
exactly.
climate leader graphic with like, the 5 or 6 steps kind of outlined. or
Yeah, I
just
wonder if there's
circle.
some really good visual way to get across these numbers things. Those are the things that have always hit me is like,
Right.
we can get 8 times as much money.
Yeah, good
Like,
numbers.
Right.
that's
Yeah.
like a bar graph of like now with climate leaders or something and like little icons of solar panels and things around it or something to show all the stuff we could, or like piled on the big graph to
Yeah.
show all the good stuff we could get.
You enjoy doing that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I
Cool,
think
you
it's
wanna
fun
take
to
a
make
crack at
these.
All right, cool. All right.
I have ideas, but no software.
It's
So-
a
Do
nice,
you like, I mean,
break.
you do it.
it's a nice break between grant writing.
Yes.
All right, and I get
Yeah.
to play with pretty pictures.
Yeah, I'm happy to like talk through anything with you on that stuff.
Sure.
That's, I like
Yeah.
graphic stuff, so.
Like fire back and forth, so that there, you guys seem to be supportive of doing
Yeah.
something on the 28th. That way we don't have to worry about setting a date or getting a place or any of that stuff. We can just be part of it and work on the stuff that we can get done. So that's great. Okay, good.
That is the 28th of what month?
October.
October
Yep.
28th.
All right, great. So that brings us to the next piece, which is just this, at our last meeting, we reviewed the Greater Cape Ann Regional Energy Initiative piece that Greg Fitterspiel is working on with, hopefully with MAPC and with support from EDAC and their chair, Tom Balfe. Anyway, this is just a very sort of vanilla letter in support of that. If you had a chance to look at it, I already found one typo. And any comments or edits would be welcome. So, yeah. Yeah.
I found one comma issue.
I highlighted that as well.
Great.
Specifically that we used the Oxford comma in one place, but not in the other, and I believe strongly in
Sure,
consistency.
please.
I think I
You mark
identified a
it up and
different
I'll
comment.
change it before I send it.
There's also a space next to a comma, let's
Thank
say.
That's the one I found, the space with the comma.
Yeah, I found the
We can all
two
sit
from.
back.
I'm going to go, I'm going to
Thank
go
you.
pro Oxford comma,
Could you
because
just
that's my
circle that
thing.
for me so that I don't miss it? Thanks.
There's
then-
the space one.
Yep.
Spaced out one.
I would have brought a red pen for you. but-
I should've
Okay,
brought a
see, and then
highlighter.
here we have the proper comma, so now it's all consistent.
Awesome, thank you.
Grammar nerd.
I think it would be beneficial to define what slope is. We
Yep.
do that with CEC, MAPC. And I saw it was state and local planning for energy. So I think it might be good to define slope.
Can you just,
Oh,
if you
yes.
have wording, just put it in there.
What exactly is the tool? Slope tool, define state and local program for energy, but how is it used to look at developing a plan for reducing greenhouse gases? Is it like a methodology that you follow to?
That might be good to add, just like a brief, like, is it a map or?
And that's a very, very long sentence. So you can break it up and stick that.
Right.
in.
I'm not so inclined to include that kind of description in a support letter,
Because they know what it is.
but you guys can research it and find out what it is. How's that sound? I just want to keep it to a one
I still
pager and
think it
send
should
it
be
over.
two
here.
sentences. That's all one paragraph is one sentence.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yes, okay.
And my only other comment was, in the last paragraph, and then the rest of it, it seems to be either a different font or different font size or bolded.
Oh, yeah, that's because I
Um,
started out. I cut and pasted the description of the EDA, of the Clean Energy Commission. Tell you what, would you like to just, no, would you, it's
Yeah.
in Google Docs.
I can,
Do you want to just mark it up?
Yeah.
And send it over to me and then, if these guys approve it tonight, we all approve it. Then we'll work on getting a city seal on it and sending it to Greg.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Copy of Sarah's edits as well. We'll mark up the draft.
Yep.
I don't think I missed anything.
There's a comma.
All right.
It's gonna ruin the whole thing if there's one column that isn't consistent.
So can I have a motion to approve, the letter as edited?
So moved.
We'll get Sarah to get Sarah on the motion,
Seconded.
second by Linda.
We'll call vote.
Yeah, roll call, Sarah.
Hi.
Aye.
Candace, I.
Candace, aye.
Linda, I.
Sam, aye. Great. Motion passes unanimously. Okay. And do you still want to give a brief refresher on community energy aggregation? Or not? I mean, we sort of have it here in front of us, but that's another piece of paper.
I actually didn't bring that one with me.
Yeah,
But we are in a new contract from 2024 to December 2027 under new pricing with the supplier Dynegy. I think a lot of confusion comes from how CEA works. Dynegy only changes the pricing and the renewable energy portion of the electricity. So right now, our basic plan, our standard plan is 14.4 cents, where National Grid is 14.6 cents. It's gonna stay 14.4 for the next 3 years, whereas National Grid goes up and down based on the season.
When did National Grid's latest rate? Oh,
I want to say December 2024.
okay, so they've also spent, so they're gonna be that way for another 3 months?
Just about, yeah.
Okay.
Because I know they were at 16 cents.
Yes,
a
that's- and I
few
was-
months back.
Yeah.
What doesn't change with CEA is the utility lines themselves. Those are still owned by National Grid, maintained by National Grid. They're the ones who choose the supply fee, the delivery fee. I've also been getting reports from residents that they're getting scam calls from National Grid. There's been an
Oh.
uptick in them lately, so I feel like it's important to say National Grid will never call you asking for your account number or asking for a payment. It'll only ever be through a bill. They'll never come and touch your utility lines. They'll never come and change your meters. They'll never call you and say, we're no longer working with Dynegy. National Grid is a partner with the city. They help us with CEA. They will always work with whoever we choose in the future. They've always worked with our suppliers in the past. They'll never say, we're coming to replace your meters, and they'll be Dynegy meters. That will never happen. And that's been a calls, residents been getting calls saying National Grid's no longer working with you. We're shutting off your power.
Right.
Dynegy is gonna come and give you new meters. That will never happen.
And the calls aren't coming from Dynegy.
And the calls aren't coming from
They're coming
Dynegy,
from some,
but the calls will say they're from National Grid. Cause
But we won't shut it off if you go to the bank and get
Yep.
$5,000 worth of gift cards and meet me in the parking lot.
Yeah,
right. Yep.
Can you do that? Oh, yeah, right down. Okay, great. Well, thank you for the update. Any other issues that anybody wants to address, new business? All right, motion to adjourn.
I move that we adjourn.
Okay.
Makes a motion. Second by Linda. Roll call vote, Sarah,
Aye.
Sam, aye.
Linda, I.
Candace, I.
All right, meeting is adjourned. And tentative next meeting will be. We'll do that up to adjournment, right? But third Wednesday next month, April
16th.
April 16th.
Can't do it probably. First time in my life I ever said that.
Really? I'm shocked. You want to go the following? Last Wednesday?
Yeah.
Does that work for everybody?
the last
Last
Wednesday.
Wednesday? Maybe?
That will be the 4th Wednesday.
Yeah. four.
April's gonna have 5 Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Um,
Detail oriented.
That's me.
Okay,
to an annoying fault, really.
23rd.
It's gonna be the,
April 23.
Oh, no, that's.
That's the landlord workshop.
Oh, 23rd. How about the 30th?
Well, actually, I could do both. If the meeting ends at 6 and the event starts at 6, I could do both.
That's. To do that to
Nah.
you, that's an awful lot of
That's so
scrambling.
odd. Why don't we just do it can you do the 30th?
Yep.
The 5th?
I'll likely not be here on the 30th.
Oh, good. Okay. All right.
April's a busy month.
Sure. Um,
If you can make it to the two meetings,
Well,
I mean.
I could do the 30th virtually. Yeah, I can do the 30th virtually.
you sure?
Yeah.
How does the 30th work for everybody else?
Sounds good.
Should be fine.
Okay, let's tentatively say April 30th.
Sorry about that.
Oh,
And
I'm the
and
one
you and
who
I will
caused all
set
the
up a
trouble.
time offline to meet for the next agenda. Okay, great.
And not to be too picayune, but I moved to adjourn. Who seconded? Linda.
Thanks. Thank
excited
you.
about
No
this.
taker. Thank you.
So many old
everybody.
phones and computers flipping around.
These were just as
Yeah.
timely as the minutes that I didn't finish for this meeting.
You.
Don't ask me whether I posted those ones that were approved.
I won't ask you.
Well, thank you.
So, what's the next thing? April 6th?